Eating today, what we finna be eating today. I'm so excited. So the way I cook, I really cook a lot of things from scratch because I be throwing down. I can throw down. At this young age, I straight be throwing down. Hey y'all, thank you for coming back to my channel. I just got back from church. Happy Sunday. Definitely Sunday fun day. So I got some stuff I want to talk to y'all about, and I need to cook at the same time, so y'all gonna do that with me on this great Sunday. I had a blessed day so far. And I know I always talk about the pros of being a business owner, but I don't want y'all to think like we just in this and ain't nothing going wrong. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about the cons. I still think the pros outweigh the cons, but this video is for you to decide, so let's get into it. Alright, so now I am in some comfortable clothes, and let me take y'all to what we finna be eating today. What we finna be eating today. I'm so excited. So today I'm making smothered chicken with I'm gonna do turkey dressing with some yams, some greens, and I'm gonna make a banana pudding from. So I'm gonna throw down, cause why not? I ain't never made a lot of these items before. Well, it's just one. I've never cooked dressing before, so this is gonna be fun for me for sure. And we're gonna discuss the cons of being an entrepreneur. So, honestly, it's a couple. I still don't think that should outweigh your decision to become an entrepreneur though. The pros definitely outweigh the con if you ask me. But first, y'all gonna see me put these gloves on to cook this food. Now, I do not touch raw meat. I do not like the way it feels. Let's get to the chicken, Alright, so, cons of being an entrepreneur. Once again, there's not a lot. Another thing, make sure y'all thawing, and first of all, the word is not unthaw. I hate when I hear people say unthawed meat. If it's thawing, it's already going from not frozen. So you can't unthaw something, you can only thaw it. Grammar lesson. To me, it's not a lot of cons, honestly. The one that sticks out the most, of course, is time. When you become a business owner, you're gonna realize how valuable time genuinely is. I didn't even realize how much time we didn't have, you know? Because when you ain't doing nothing with your life, it seems like days be dragging on. But when you got a lot going on, boy, days be going by so fast and scary. So, I just tell everybody, time is one of the biggest things that you're definitely going to have to learn how to manage well. It's just going to be something you got to get used to. It's not really a con. It can be if you let it, but just don't let people get to you, honestly. But people hold on, let me clean this thing first. So I'm gonna clean these greens. I don't know, y'all, my grandma from Arkansas, so the way I cook, I really cook a lot of things from scratch, because I be throwing down. I can throw down. At this young age, I straight be throwing down. But anyway, so I gotta clean all of these greens, which would definitely probably be easier if I just bought some glory greens out the can, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not gonna taste the same. So let me clean my sink. Put the greens in there. But so the next thing you're gonna have to just get used to is it just get annoying when people tell you how much your service should be. It's just gonna be something you gotta get used to. And work on your reaction to it too. Cause you're gonna get people that come at you with all types of stuff. Like, you're gonna have people, oh, such and such had that for cheaper. Do you price match? No, I don't. Such and such said they don't offer this, so can I get this and that from you? No. You gotta deal with people creating services that you don't offer and then getting upset with you because you don't offer those services. Honestly, being a business owner, you are now taking all the complaints. Like, you just gotta deal with everything. And that's not really a downfall. You're pretty much signing up for that when you become a business owner, you know that. But like, it definitely goes deeper than what we think. Like, you're gonna go through a lot of like, bro, what the hell type of situation. Next one is not really a con. This is just another thing that you need to stay, ahead of for sure. Time management. If you are not good with managing your time, you better get good and ASAP if you want to be an entrepreneur. Honestly, I used to be such a procrastinator. Like, I could push something off to the very last minute, and I'm alright with that. But like, as an entrepreneur, y'all, that you signing yourself up for nothing but stress. Don't do that. And remember, you don't have a boss anymore. You are the boss. We already the boss. So you ain't got nobody telling you what you can and cannot do, or when you can and cannot do it, or when it is due, when you need to do it. You ain't got nobody telling you nothing. So you gotta, like, you really gotta develop great time management skills. I honestly used to be such a procrastinator, and I definitely used to slack off a lot. But now I really can't. Like, you gotta make sure that you are, I'll just say, whatever you do, people gonna see it. That is well, definitely a con. It's not kind of a con. It's definitely a con. You, at some point during your journey as an entrepreneur, you're gonna struggle with freaking sleeping. Like, you think that I'm tripping, but like, you end up not, like, you develop insomnia. It's kind of scary. Like, I can go literally days with no sleep, and even eating, like, you forget how, like, out of all the stuff you gotta do in a day as an entrepreneur, the necessities somehow seem to be the things that you forget. And I'm gonna stop talking with my hands with this knife in there, because I feel like scream. I'm about to, like, if you are an entrepreneur already, can you please comment the tips that you use to remember to eat? And what do you do to help you go to sleep? Because honestly, I just be up. Think about, like, next moves, things that's due, stuff I still need to get done. Like, I literally will be up all night working and thinking about what I gotta do, you know? So if you are already an entrepreneur and you don't struggle with eating or sleeping, like, what did you do? I know a lot of people tell me that they literally have to start putting it in a schedule where they have, like, 8 a.m., don't do anything until you eat breakfast or something like that. But, like, I tried that, and that's still not working. Of becoming an entrepreneur is nobody tells you how lonely it is. Like, y'all, it's super, super lonely. But you get used to it after a while. But it's genuinely because it don't matter what the other person's business is, unless it's, like, directly in the same field as yours. Y'all really, like, might have some of the same issues, but y'all won't. So you just feel like you can't talk to people about your issues all the time because, I mean, they can't relate to them. So I do have entrepreneur friends, don't get me wrong, and we talk about, like, general stuff, but let's just say I got something going on with my dispatching company. A lot of them can't relate to it, so it do get a little lonely depending on what your field is, but you get used to it after a while, and even, like, you will start changing your circle too. You, like, I don't know, when I became an entrepreneur, like, my whole brains changed, honestly. So when your mindset changed, you start to outgrow people, and not even just outgrow people, but you just realize, like, y'all visions ain't aligned on some stuff. And that's alright, but I feel like it's just intensified when you're an entrepreneur, because it's like you spend so much time with yourself. Becoming an entrepreneur is the, like, craziest experience I've ever had. Kind of like you just start to learn yourself a lot more, and you start to learn, like, things that you really don't like or you really don't want to put up with. So I will say becoming an entrepreneur is really lonely, and that's something that most people do need to get prepared for. I wasn't prepared for it. The last thing, okay, so I'm making a banana pudding right now, y'all. And I know you're supposed to use vanilla wafers, but if you've never tried it with these Lorna Doone butter cookies, you better try it with the butter cookies, y'all. This is like banana pudding 2.0. It be so good with these cookies. You do have to so I make my pudding from scratch. So if you do it that way, you will have to use another can of milk and 2 more egg yellows. But if you're using regular pudding, I've never done it that way. My grandma from Arkansas, so we always had to cook from scratch. So I don't really know how to do it with the regular just pudding, but if you make your pudding from scratch, make sure you get another can of milk, because these cookies thicker than vanilla wafers. But anyway, so the last thing I will say is kind of a con with becoming an entrepreneur. It's like the last little couple, they all go together, but honestly, you are going to struggle with self-doubt. I don't care how confident of a person you are. I'm extremely confident as a person in general, if y'all cannot tell. But like, when it comes to business, like decisions, I doubt everything that I do, because you want to always make the best decision for your business. And that could definitely be a little scary. And with that, a lot of entrepreneurs also struggle with mental health. I don't necessarily struggle with mental health because I'm an entrepreneur. I do see how it gets overwhelming though. So make sure you always keep a good therapist. Everybody need a lady to go talk to, or a man, and just have somebody that you can get those conversations out, because it will start to affect your business, and that's what you don't want to happen. So that's something that people should be aware of. And another thing a lot of people should be aware of is your business is just not about to blow up because you started it today and you want to be a millionaire by tomorrow. I wish it worked that way. On everything I love, I wish it worked that way, but like it don't work like that. So with that being said, just make sure you are being patient with your business and don't give up on yourself. It's gonna become times where it's like, is this really worth it? Am I making the best decision? And it's okay to ask yourself those questions. All business owners do, but don't get caught up in your head about nothing when you own a business. Honestly, you just gotta let stuff go and move on, because if you dwell on anything as a business owner, you can miss a business opportunity that's presenting itself to you, or it could just make you delayed in things that you gotta get done. So always just be positive when you start your business, because you just don't know, man. It's gonna get hard, but you can't let that get to you. And I know that's easier said than done, because I've let my feelings and stuff get to me sometimes, but you gotta let it go. Like, I know that sounds harsh, or like that's a piece of advice and a half, ain't it? But like, you really gotta learn to let stuff go when you're a business owner. You gotta genuinely learn how to not take nothing personal. Nothing is personal with me. Everything is just business. And you gotta keep that mindset. Like, it becomes who you are as a person. Like, and that's another thing. When you become an entrepreneur, don't beat yourself up if you feel yourself changing. Change is good. Just keep your head up when you do this. It's gonna get hard. And just learn to keep everything strictly business. Like, don't take nothing personal. And another thing, you gotta learn, people are just people. Like, you gotta learn not to take nothing personal, because people are just people. People gonna do whatever, people gonna say whatever, people gonna just be people. So you gotta get whole within yourself, and just give your business your best effort every time, no matter what. Like, every time, no matter what, give your business your best effort, and you will be a-okay. So those are some of the cons of being a business owner. Once again, I still don't think none of that adds up to the pros of being a business owner. You will have to go through a few things, and you're gonna struggle, and you're gonna come into yourself a lot as an entrepreneur. But just keep your head up, don't doubt yourself, and make sure that you are doing everything in your power to be the best business owner and best person that you can be as a business owner. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and thank y'all for preparing Sunday dinner with me. I'm definitely gonna post a picture of what everything looked like when it's done being cooked. Everything on the stove and in the oven right now. So I'm gonna post a picture of the plate when it's done. Thank y'all.